Okie dokie. Welcome on into a haul video that's actually about a week late because I had troubles getting or having to sign back into my Chrome browser and YouTube itself. We finally got that accomplished just a few minutes ago, and so I have a haul video here for you, and um, I'm kind of excited about this one, honestly. Up first for $70 in pristine condition, I found Arrow, the complete series on Blu-ray, which will be taking the place of the same thing on for DVD, as far as the cases are concerned, on my Arrowverse shelf. Um, and yeah, it'll save a little bit of space because these cases are both approximately the same size, whereas the DVD ones was like that just for the first one, and then about the same size as these for the later seasons. So that'll be exciting. And then I got a 6-pack of Natalie Wood's movies. They did have a box that they came in, kind of like this, but the inside of that box was disgusting, so I got rid of that and just kept the cases. I have since watched all 6 of these movies, and they were all very good. The only connective tissue really is Natalie Woods herself. A few of the other actors do show up in a couple of the other movies as well, but she's the real uh, connective tissue between all of them, and otherwise they're completely standalone movies. And those movies are Bombers B-52, about the plane of that make and model. Cash McCall, about a reforming billionaire playboy. Splendor in the Grass. I believe in this one, her character was a teenager. Her character is a teenager in this one, and um, yeah. Some of the concept art on the back is in black and white, but these are all in color. Um, yeah. And then we have Gypsy, which has had a few different remakes over the years. I like this version. It's the only one I've seen so far. And a few of these have Looney Tune type cartoons on the are also included, which is kind of neat. Um, then we have um, Sex and the Single Girl, which was a really good movie about uh, a magazine art or editor masquerading as a client for Dr. Helen Brown, who is Natalie Woods in this. And he ends up falling in love with her after a little while, and then she finds out that he's the magazine editor that that like run her name through the mud, basically, and so she gets mad at him, and but it ends up working out just fine in the end. And then the last one here is Inside Daisy Clover, where it well this little blurb on the back says it all. A star at 15, a has been at 17. Says who? So yeah, another really good movie here. And then in the similar vein of 50s and 60s movies, I got The 7-Year Itch with Marilyn Monroe. This has this iconic scene in it twice. And uh, yeah, it's about as risky as a 1950s movie can be, which is not very risky at all. And then I got David and Goliath starring Orson Welles in this kind of bootleg type case. This thinner case is used a lot for the cartoon craze, like cartoons like Superman Showdown and Popeye Out to Punch. The same thinner case was used in that. None of these have the discs in them currently because I already sorted most of them. But yeah. And then we have The Spirit from the creator of Sin City and 300. And this is a PG-13 kind of like superhero type story, it looks like. Yeah, so it's a graphic action thriller, but I'm going to have it filed under PG-13, I think, or just on top of my Hancock thing next to the DC movies, live action movies. Then we have Into the Storm, and this one has a lot of natural disaster, more specifically tornado chaos going on. And I thoroughly enjoyed watching this one. I'm curious as to one of the other versions because this is a 2014 version. I think there's also a 2009 version, and maybe even older versions beyond that. But very Twister-esque. Storm chasers getting into deadly confrontations with cyclones, and then it as it kind of looks like here, 4 twisters ended up combining into one mega twister, which was awesome. And yeah, great movie. A lot happens in just 89 minutes in that movie. It's awesome. One I haven't watched yet because I want to try and get the prequel and sequel for it first is Deep Blue Sea 2. Obviously a sequel to Deep Blue Sea, which in and of itself has a sequel in Deep Blue Sea 3. So I want to get all 3 of them before I watch this one, which shouldn't be too hard. I could probably order them on Amazon when I'm done here. So yeah, that one is filed under horror, creature violence, and gore for language. So rated R. Not that the rating would ever faze me, but yeah. So actually, I think this one's yeah. No. Anyway. Moving on. Next, we have 3 R-rated movies here. One of them I have watched, the other 2 I have not yet. And those are 10 Minutes Gone, Keep Your Enemies Close with Michael Chiklis and Bruce Willis. Right here. I remember him from the early 2000s Fantastic Four movies. He was the Thing when Chris Evans was the Human Torch. And Jessica Alba was the Invisible Woman. But yeah. This one's rated R for violence, for language throughout and for violence. 88 minutes. Is a buck. The one I have watched is Adore with Naomi Watts and Robin Wright playing these 2 girls. These are best friends whose sons end up falling in love with the other. So her son falls in love with her and vice versa. And that's pretty much the plot of the movie right there for you. And then we have MI5. Initially, I thought this was Mission Impossible 5 on Blu-ray, but it is not. It is a Peter Firth and Kit Harington MI5. Loyalty is Treason. This is a terrific movie. Intrigue, twists, and smarts, as says Dr. Joy Brown of Radio America. Violence and some language is why it's rated R. And I'm excited to check this one out. I want to say it also came out around the same time as Mission Impossible Rogue Nation in 2014, but I could be misremembering that release. That could be the release of Ghost Protocol. And then I got 2 Taylor Swift albums. We got up first the Speak Now Taylor's version right here. And anyone that's been watching my channel for any amount of time may have been able to find out that I am a Swiftie. I think Taylor's best albums were from her first album, just called Taylor Swift, up through Taylor Swift Reputation. Although these Taylor's version albums, like Fearless Taylor's version and Speak Now Taylor's version, are also really solid. And then we got the Tortured Poets Department, which is one of, if not her most recent album. And I haven't checked this one out yet, but it looks interesting. It has a poster on the inside that I can show right here. The back has some lyrics on it, but said lyrics have profanity in them, so I won't be showing the lyrics, but yeah. That's part of why I say Taylor Swift's music peaked with the Reputation album, because that's when she started swearing more. Starting with I Did Something Bad. In that song, she uses the S word a few times. I think like 3 or 4 times. But anyway, that is my haul video. I'm debating whether or not I want to rank the Natalie Woods movies, given that she's the only connective tissue between them all. But I could try ranking them just as like as 50s and 60s movies, along with 7 Year Itch. So yeah, there you go. That is my haul video. Hope you enjoyed this video. And I'll be right back with the Captain America Brave New World review, because I saw it on the 13th. And I thoroughly enjoyed it. I thought that their take on the leader was a bit weird, visually speaking. But I'm not going to spoil it. If you haven't watched the movie, go ahead and do that. I highly recommend the movie itself. It is very good. It lives up to the Winter Soldier aesthetic, as a political thriller type thing. And it's a really good movie. Definitely check it out.